Hey guys, welcome to Mystical 33. My name is Ray. In this one here, we're going to be looking into, see what's going on with Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber. We're going to use a few different decks here. We're going to start off with my Oracle decks here, mythical creatures, and the demon deck here. I will have to use the book, just so you know. I will be reading from the book with these decks, and then we'll move into tarot, look further into it. Just so you know, members, I'm working on something special for you guys. There was something else I wanted to say. If I remember it at the end, I'll tell you guys. If you find yourself enjoying, please do me a favor, hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. It helps with the algorithm. What could you tell us about Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber in the current moment? What's truly going on between Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber in the current moment? Cerberus. Okay. Well, what I know alone about Cerberus is that, well, one, he has multiple heads, a fair amount in here too. But not only that, but he's somebody that's protective. He protects the hell's gate, or gate of hell's. Gates of hell. Can I talk? Looking at myself in the camera here. It'd be cool if I could. So for divination, he is focused on humility and finding comfort within means instead of wanting beyond budget. So wanting more than, I guess, the worth of it. Financial worth, I guess. Belphegor, they don't like their names mispronounced. I apologize in advance. I usually say that before I read them off, but I knew Cerberus. So Belphegor here is about beware of inspiration that seems too good to be true, and ideas that seem like easy money with little work required. I wonder if this is some sort of realization for them on where they've been, I want to say, placing their energies, like noticing what they've been doing. I just read the bottom of this. This is the toilet demon. You can laugh because it's, I mean, it's rude for them, but it says at the bottom here, his worshippers, according to demonologists, give offerings to him while taking their daily rest on the toilet. Sorry. That one gets me every time. I'm sorry. Part of me wants to pull out my demonology book and look further into these two themselves. Maybe I'll do that then. Let's move into the Oracle deck here. What could you tell us about Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber at this current moment? What could you tell us about Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber in the current moment? Sorry, my eyes keep getting drawn to this card at the bottom. He's associated with the deadly sin of sloth. I love sloths, so, like, I feel like they're part of my spirit animal. I can go in this sloth mode. It's like the god, not god, but the demon of laziness. Interesting. So it could be some sort of ego. Give me one moment. Let me get a drink here. Attack. From both ends. The werewolf here. What is all over you? It's like my daughter got into my pens. The werewolf says here, whether the werewolf stands for a person or a situation, the result that is people get hurt. This could potentially take the form of physical hurt, but more likely it occurs as hurt feelings, frustration, fear, or other negative emotions. In any case, the werewolf is an unwanted presence that causes disruption and may do so repeatedly. To take control of a werewolf situation, you must halt the cycle with a permanent change. No, that would fit for them. For instance, this may mean removing yourself from a group or location that is associated with the problem and not going back to it. A vicious cycle can only be stopped if interrupted by something completely different, ideally something constructive. So, I mean, it's like, to me, it's describing that a divorce is something that's either separation or divorce is what, and they could have went through the separation moment there when Justin moved to New York City. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not part of their lives. We don't really know if, we don't know what's truly going on, because we all know that most of it is, like, will be hidden underneath the surface, because that's how it typically goes. So for our Gulan here, it says to draw the Gulan card obviously serves as a warning. Be on the lookout for this beast and do not let him eat you. A Gulan is not your friend. Even if he tries to curry your favor, many people dislike him, even if many others admire his power. Do not be dazzled. The important part is that he lies beneath the luxuriant fur. Moreover, do not let yourself become a Gulan. The Gulan has forgotten how to find happiness in anything other than acquisitions. This is not true happiness at all. So, sounds like they're kind of waking up to their situation between each other. The Western Dragon here in reverse. The knight has the upper hand. He is throwing fire down at the Western Dragon, thus defeating it. This scenario, highlights not the challenge posed by the dragon, nor the struggle to overcome it, but the decisive blow that leads to triumph. This dragon will no longer pose a threat to you. Persistence and determination have paid off. A release from the struggle and a possible reward are now at hand. Interesting. So here, somebody's fighting for what they want here, for a change, for it to stop, for this vicious cycle to just flip and stop. We're gonna look at, well, I went right to it, the Manticore. Long last paragraph, longer than the last two. This card shows an axe embedded in a tree stump, signifying the Manticore's role as executioner. As the perfect killer, the Manticore is the optimal creature to symbolize getting rid of that which is unwanted. Drawing this card may indicate that it is time to remove something from your life. Sever a tie, oust a troublemaker, kick a habit, destroy an obstacle, or just dispose of some old junk. Do this as Manticore would. The Manticore is no haphazard berserker. He is cunning and deliberating. Use your smartest judgment and cut off whatever is holding you back and making your life less efficient. Save that which is unity to you. Meditate on the Manticore. Understand the best move to make before you strike. If you channel the Manticore effectively, then you will not miss your target. But beware, if your foresight is not as sharp as your claws, you could end up destroying something you will wish you still had later. Interesting. So it's a very careful moment that they have to be. Things definitely not one not smooth going on between them. It's definitely clarifying that there's some troubled waters in paradise, I suppose you could say. It's almost like, get from the picture. So I love how we get the Cerberus as the first initial card here, because he is the guardian, like the guarder of gates of hell, right? Isn't it basically Hailey is the gates, the entrance to the gates of information of Justin and her, their marriage. Whatever the public wants to know about them, they don't, because she had mentioned before in an interview, or it was an interview on a podcast, either way, it was an interview, that she doesn't want to talk about their relationship, and I think it was that she didn't allow Justin to say something about it too. Of course, correct me, always. That's like realizing here. There's realization. It's almost like somebody's giving up. Because this cycle is toxic. It's vicious. When it gets out of hand, it really hurts. Always hurting, either inside or outside. He's sick of it. He needs to stand up and fight the fire. Fight the situation, defeat it, extinguish it. Cut the bad habit out, whatever it is. Even if it's to help heal their marriage. But whatever it is, it's I can see it being mutual here. The way things are. Like they're both saying things like this. Whatever it is toxic. It's not good. It's not happy. But trying to figure out how to break the battle. How to stop this. What's the best route? In the last video I did for them, it seemed like trying to get ducks in a row for this. Because there's financial outlets. Justin has helped her dad financially. I'm sure there's many little situations that are set up that we don't see. We don't fully know yet. I'm sure things will come out later on. We'll get tarot here in a moment. Alright, you guys. So, as I did before, when I used the demon tarot, I will bring out my demonology book and look further into them. So for Cerberus, he actually derives from the demon Cerberus, which is a great marquise who gives perfect understanding in all sciences and makes people great in both honor and wealth. 19 legions serve him. He appears in the Livre des Spirits. It's in Latin. I can understand some Latin, but it's really the life of spirits, or how, like, the living spirits, how spirits live. Anyways, a 16th century French grimoire. His name is almost certainly derived from Cerberus, the three-headed hound who guarded the gates of Hades in Greek myth. Cerberus's name incidentally translates to spot. Interesting. So we move to Belphegor, which is where we get really biblical here, and where I'm going to mess some names up, or words. Mentioned as Balfour, 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 Baalpeor. in the Bible at Numbers 25:3 and I mess this one up, I always do. Deuteronomy 4:3. Belphegor started life as a Moabite god in the continuing struggle among the early biblical patriarchs to keep their religion pure. He was demonized so that the children of Israel would not turn away from their monotheistic worship of Yahweh, which is Yiddish or Hebrew for God. According to Waite's presentation of the Grand Grimoire, Belphegor is Hell's duly appointed ambassador to France. This colorful attribution stems from the French demonologist Charles Baudelaire. So we didn't really get too much helpful information from that, but it's quite interesting to me. French. So I wonder if when things went down in France, when what was it? They had an event in Paris, a couple of months ago. Selena Gomez was being slammed about it, and etc. It was literally a few months ago. I wonder if something really spiked up around that time. I wonder. What could you tell us about Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber at this moment? Starting off with our King of Cups here, masculine energy, water sign. He's seeing things through a different lens. We do have a Queen of Swords here, which is interesting to me. Feminine energy, air sign. He's seeing this person differently. The Queen of Swords could also represent, at the same time, standoff energy there between them. While things are changing, things are moving. It's almost like there's drama. I'm just done with it. What? What is going on? King of Cups, Queen of Cups. The High Priestess, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. He's surrounding himself with a lot of people right now to place energy into a new start. So it looks like Justin's not putting the horse before the cart, or the cart before the horse. He's putting the horse before the cart here. That's what I'm picking up through, because he's using a lot of energies here to help him move forward. He's communicating about what's best for him to move forward in this situation. Yeah, because he really desires to take action on this pain. He's feeling a lot of sadness, Five of Cups. What's going on here for Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber in the current moment? I keep getting this like feeling of conflicting energies, conflicting thoughts. Battle is a challenge, striding forward. Definitely seeing an air sign differently. I wonder if an air sign is feminine energy air sign, could just be a second air sign involved with their energies together, creating some sort of drama, some sort of interference. It's like adding fuel to the fire, throwing more coal. Very stressed on how to change this around. Very stressed. It's almost like whatever route is being looked at, it's not quite 100% sure, like, is that, no, because then this happens. Well, no, we can't do that because of this. No, we shouldn't. No, that wouldn't be smart because then this would more than likely happen. It's almost like playing kind of like a tug of war with the situation on where to go and what to do. I did drop a card. Thank you. It's feet. He's trying to receive helping hand from those that he is very close to, that he trusts. Hell, maybe even Hailey. They both could be looking for help in this situation. Because it's a burden. It sucks moving forward, but it's calling for this closing the cycle out. The happiness, what wish was being filled, what desire was being filled, is now a nightmare. Staying up late at night, being stuck in the head about the situation. Watching the partnership and the crossroads. The analyzing period is over. Now it's time here to take action, at least strategically. There is certainly a change coming for them because they have like all the fives. The Two of Cups came flying out in reverse. They even is showing splitting it off with the public eye and moving towards this earth sign though. This third party. Two Pentacles. It's King and Queen, the pair. Okay. There's earth signs getting involved here. On Hailey's side, it looks like. Because then it had the Empress. There's a king, or there's an air sign that's not helping the situation. This King of Swords can also be a standpoint of had knowledge, looked further into what would help us with this and where we should go with it, what we should do, how we should handle it. But it's not going to be pretty. Could also be an addictive mannerism in a close circle here with another air sign, one that's closer. There's a lot of people involved with them right now. Which makes me believe that they are separated at the moment and talking to others, getting advice. Because it's hard to get this new start. It's hard to move forward the way that's wanted to move forward. Learning about what's being held on tight here. So it's like discussion, has realized, first analyzed, discussed, watched, stepped out of the box again, now reanalyzing it for a different purpose, a different reason. Now it's, where are we actually going here with this? What do we want to do? How should we do it? This is like a super strategic situation here. They're trying to break this cycle. It's calling for a moment in time where it's like, make up your mind. What do you want to do? Do you two want to stay together, or is it time to cut it off? Is that what it is? Because if so, they've been together for a while, and as the longer two stay together, the more is acquired, more things are bought. So it's not, divorce isn't simple. It's something that has to be discussed, because there's also like houses involved, like whose name is it in, whose name has this, whose name has that, who's gonna fight for what, is somebody gonna put up some beef, and if so, what is it gonna be? It's a lot. So I mean, to even have it finalized, it could be 6 months. It could be a lot longer than that. It also depends on what state they got married in. I think it might depend on what state they're actually living in, if they live in separately, different states. Divorce can be funky when it gets down to the law, because then that's where it takes a little bit longer, because there's steps that's taken. They can serve each other. I mean, that's freer, but the thing is, they have a high net worth. They have a lot to their name. So it would be smart for them to get a lawyer just in case, especially if Justin was putting money towards her dad to help him financially. Now, her dad probably has some sort of hope internally before this had occurred that, you know, he would be helped more from him or from them. So it changes the game plan for him as well. You know what I mean? There's a lot of strategic planning going on. There is communication. Justin is talking to another water sign. It can be Selena Gomez. It can be somebody else. This could be Hailey and her water sign. She's on the cusp as well, but she's with Scorpio and Sagittarius. So this could be her and her water sign, but Scorpio isn't really... Scorpio is going through something. I just did a message for them on my Facebook page, and wow, it looks like Scorpios are like out for revenge at the moment. And Leos, she's not a Leo. Sagittarians are going through a lot. So, anyways, it's a wild ride for them. It's a wild ride. Whether they try to stay together or not, but I see it more of going the other route. I always have. I did see a trying period, but then this bit came out before. I remember that. It was like a year or two ago. I think it was one of the first ones I did about their relationship. So go check that out if you want. If you found yourself enjoying, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe, you guys. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen. Bye-bye.